So what was it you heard about the train into the mountains, Mr. Boo?
At the moment, the train is free.
Free?
Free.
What, you don't have to pay?
And I know you love a bargain.
I'm a bargain-loving Brit in Villefranche.
It's true.
The town of Breil Sur Roya is 40 miles inland from Nice in the direction of Italy, and it's on a little-known train line called the Train de Merveilles, or the Train of Marvels. The train begins its journey in Nice Ville station and then heads in the direction of Tende on the Franco-Italian border. Along the way it takes in staggering views, viaducts and valleys, and 107 tunnels that burrow their way through the Roya Valley. Or at least it did, before this happened 6 months ago. Storm Alex caused devastation in the south of France. This was the scene in Villefranche the day the storm came in. But to be honest, the coast got away lightly, because inland in places like Vesubi there was complete devastation. In Piedmont, a staggering 24.8 inches of rain fell. But since then, the authorities have worked tirelessly to try and restore services to the area, and the train line now runs as far as Breil Sur Roya. And what's more, it's free. The Train de Merveilles leaves Nice every day at 9:17 a.m. and if you go in the months of July, August or September, you even get a free guide thrown in. That's a person, not a booklet. The journey to Tende takes 2¼ hours and you arrive at 11:24 a.m. But right now the train terminates at Breil Sur Roya, and that's where we were headed with our free tickets. The line was built when the valley belonged to Italy, not France, and it took 40 years to lay the tracks, but the wait was well worth it. The route finally opened to passengers in 1927, and several grandiose stations along the line, like St Dalmas, were built as cultural showpieces by Mussolini to impress the neighbours. But in 1947 the locals threw in their lot with the victorious France and they took their train line with them. By a geographic quirk, onward trains run from Tende to both Turin and Ventimiglia in Italy. So what are the Train de Merveilles' best stops? Well, just 30 minutes from Nice there's the gorgeous village of Peille. It's a village perche built in the 13th century, and its fortifications cascade spectacularly down the hillside. Next up is the medieval village of La Brigue. It's famed for its Via Ferrata, a protected alpine hiking route that courses above the valley. Many locals here didn't want to become part of France 7 decades ago, and you can still order an espresso in Italian. Around an hour from Nice, the larger villages of Sospel and Breil Sur Roya appear next. Horse riding is popular in Sospel, while kayaking is the preferred activity on the raging river Roya that flows through Breil. And there are walking routes that run from both tourist offices into the craggy hinterland. But perhaps the most action-packed town is Tende, a cosmopolitan place with a tumultuous history. It has a terrific Rococo cathedral. It also has the Museum of Marvels. As as well as a selection of cafes and bars and restaurants. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, the line will have been restored to Tende. But for now, Breil Sur Roya is as far as you can go. It's the end of the line, and it's where we're headed right now. But as we pulled into Breil Sur Roya station, we got our first inkling of the damage that Storm Alex wreaked on this town. These cars were all pulled out of the raging River Roya. Breil Sur Roya is an absolutely beautiful place. It's surrounded by high mountains, and the air is, as they say in Yorkshire, like wine. But Storm Alex did a terrific amount of damage. This was the marketplace the day after the storm passed. And this was the bridge into the town as it looked in 1930. And this is how it looks today. It's hard to equate the Breil Sur Roya of then with the Breil Sur Roya of now. But work is well underway to restore the town to its former glory. And it's still a gorgeous place to visit. Sadly for us, time had flown, and it was time to get the train back into Nice. But not before Mr. Boo had infiltrated the local military. So why not take the train of marvels from Nice Ville station and visit Breil Sur Roya? I promise you won't regret it. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the bell and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I've put a link in the description so you can get the Storm Pass to take you to Breil.